Imagine yourself walking down a school corridor. You see a short, stubby kid with glasses walking towards you. Out of the corner of your eye, a group of older, mean boys starts to walk over to the boy and rough him up. They push him into the lockers. You know you should try and help the kid to do what's right. Do you do the right thing, or do you walk away? Do you help the weak or protect yourself? Do you be courageous or cowardly? I'm sure many of us in this room have experienced a similar situation. Maybe it's not as harsh as that, but we have all at some point defied the urge to do what's right because of our pride, greed, or unforgivable nature. Think about it. Why is this so? What happened to the prudent life of our grandparents, where everyone was nice and polite? What happened to the skin of society? I hope to show you this and show how we can fertilize the roots of a new nation, one grounded on what's right. Courage is defined in the dictionary as follows: the ability to confront fear, pain, danger, uncertainty, or intimidation, to act rightly in the face of popular opposition, shame, scandal, or discouragement. This attitude has been encouraged throughout all of time. Fathers encourage their sons to be brave in the face of danger. Religious leaders encourage their followers to shake off the weight of discouragement. If our founding fathers could see how our world was today, they would turn in their graves. Why has our world become so lackadaisical? What has caused us to be so fearful, timid, and weak? The problem is simple. Our society today lacks courageous individuals and courage in general. Someone once said, "Courage is not the lack of fear, it is strength." Courage is not just a simple word. It is the ability to stand up for what's right, to do the unthinkable, to believe in something that goes against the flow of the modern world. People in today's world choose to adapt to the cruel, frivolous, and carefree life of the normal human. It takes an enormous amount of humility, self-control, and fortitude to stand up for the good, righteous things. Think back to a time you have turned away from doing the right thing. We all have that tiny bit of uncertainty in our hearts that grows in the face of evil. If it was you who was the one looking at the kid getting beat up, what would you do? Would you succumb to cowardliness or choose to be courageous? It is quite clear that the temptation to walk away is always haunting all of us. It is a serious problem. Every one of us in this room is guilty, including myself. Everywhere we go, lack of courage haunts earth. School hallways, like said above, are one of these places. Kids choose to stand by and watch as others are bullied, gossiped about, and molested verbally. It seems cool to have sort of authority over other individuals. Another example is in politics. Sadly, many of our nation's leaders lack the idealistic view and the gut to do what's right for their nation. Going with the flow or doing what others want you to do instead of doing things for the good of your nation. Another example is not harming our country directly, but it does affect our lives in person. Many of us strive to do big things or to become big things. Actors, dancers, singers, politicians, models, to go into the army, or maybe just that person that everyone talks about being so kind. These are all examples of things we strive to be about. What is stopping us from pursuing these dreams? Maybe we are scared of what others will think of what we want to become. Maybe we lack the drive to stick with our dreams. Maybe we are just scared to try. When all of us humans have the potential to do the right thing, we give in to our instincts to walk away, be greedy, or be too scared to do anything. Ever since the tragic suicide of Amanda Cobb, a girl who was bullied to death, people have been doing lots to prevent bullying. Many kids claim they are against bullying, but yet they still stand off to the side, pretending not to notice that girl getting picked on. What can we say in defense of ourselves? How can we change the world if nobody has the gut to stand? Pondering this subject, I recently came up with a great idea to help you remember how to be courageous. On the whiteboard is an acrostic with letters spelling out courage. Here are a few things to help us further understand how to be courageous. C, come to the forefront. Simply meaning we should speak up, not being afraid what others will think of our opinion. O, oblivious to fear. Don't ever be afraid, let the fear pass you by. Always remember God is with you. And He always backs you up 100%. U, Use all your abilities. Never give a job less than 100% of your energy. Always do something well and how it is meant to be. R. Rise to the occasion. Never let people underestimate you. Always be the best person that you can be. A. Achieve your goals. When you set a goal, always go for the win. Live life to the fullest and do as much as possible and set a good example for others in the process. G. Grow as a person. Don't let heartache, failures, or letdowns hold back your growth as an individual. Always push past the bad times and grow on what you learn and experience now. E. End on a positive note. When you finish something, whether it turned out good or bad, always try to be a kind of glass half full type of person. Having a good attitude is as good as winning that prize, getting that job, or making that change. By remembering these tips, people in our society might realize the lack of courage and set their minds to changing the world. Imagine all the amazing results to the abundance of courage. Bullying might become progressively rarer. People of our nation choose as leaders might become more moral and righteous, or people become happier by following their dreams and heart's desires. Now I know you're probably saying, it's a lot harder to step out and be more outspoken than you think. Or, you're only a 14-year-old girl, what do you know about courage and following your dreams, politics, and bullying? Even if I do become more courageous, what about the other billions of people in this world? It surely can't make a difference. Maybe it is a lot harder to step out and be more outspoken about our beliefs and ideas, but we shouldn't let our fears and doubts get to us. Philippians 4:13 states, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. With God's grace and power in us, we have the ability to do anything. We need not be scared or have doubts. God is with us. I know I am a 14-year-old girl, and I do not know much about politics. That does not mean I do not know how some leaders in today's society have a negative effect on our country. The least we can do to make a change in the world is to at least let our opinion be known. I may not be old enough to really pursue dreams in the real world, but I do know that even though I am young, I can still make a change. I have always wanted to be a missionary and to evangelize non-believers. Even though I cannot actually take a trip down to Haiti at the moment and build houses or whatnot, but I still can witness to unbelievers my age. Everyone needs help. On the issue of whether just a single person can be courageous, yes, you are one individual, but that does not mean you still can't make a change. It only takes one to start a chain. Now, if you get only 2 words out of this speech that sticks with you, remember these. I want you to be courageous. Be courageous. Wherever you go, look for opportunities to be courageous. Speak up when that man is acting harshly to his wife. Share your opinions with undecided voters in an upcoming election. Set to achieve your goals, to stir the minds of others with encouraging words. Who knows? Maybe you talk to someone that's been lonely and encourage them. That could give them the hope of a lifetime and fuel them to be the same to others. That starts a chain reaction, person after person gaining courage. You and you alone can start a revolution.